Congressman Lloyd Doggett, there's no question in my heart where his heart is. He's with the people. Whenever there's an injustice, you hear him speaking for what's right for our community. He's taking a leadership role in fighting for comprehensive immigration reform. And also, we want the deportations to stop. 1,400 people deported every day is not right. When you separate, there's some children here that their parents were deported, but they couldn't deport them, the children, the students, because they had their papers under deferred action. And so
I just left Luis. The Chamber and IBC and some other groups were having him at a luncheon where he was with Congressman John Carter, a very conservative Republican from up in Williamson County, in what I thought was a very civil and informative discussion. I'm here mainly to introduce Luis, who I expect to come walk in the door any minute. But let me just talk to you a second about where we are. The Senate Gang of 8, as it's referred to, most of you have followed this with such great care and know all the details. But they've come out with their proposal. Congressman Gutiérrez and Congressman Carter are part of a similar group in the House. We got Luis? Yeah. We're working on a House version, a bipartisan version. They have not issued their report yet. As you know, as Jaime suggested, I am committed to getting all the reform we possibly can to prevent our families from wondering at the beginning of the day whether they will be united at night. We must put a stop. All these people that claim that they're for family values, they can begin by showing that by supporting truly comprehensive. So I told Luis we envisioned a small round table that we would ask Jaime to just invite some of his closest friends. And you know, when Jaime has such a big family here, it was only natural, Luis, that we should have this group. We did a little amplification here. I'll keep, yeah. So I know so many of you, to first introduce this group to Luis. So many of the people here I know you have worked with through the years because they have put themselves on the line. Luis, arrested twice in immigration civil disobedient events, like many of the people here. Luis, who has marched and marched and rallied, most recently the lead immigration speaker at the largest gathering I have seen on the West Mall at the United States Capitol, other than the inauguration, in the entire time I have been there. And Luis told some stories that brought home in a very personal way what is at stake in this debate. And then Luis, the same Luis who, like you, has marched and demanded action, meeting this time last week with former vice presidential candidate for the Republican Party, Paul Ryan, and sitting down in the kind of discussion that I just saw him so ably do with our very conservative colleague from Williamson County, John Carter, realizing that unless, with this Republican-controlled House and 60 votes required to get anything done in the Senate, that unless we can talk to each other in a civil way and find some common ground where we give a little in order to prevent the deportations you're talking about, we will never achieve something for families now that we all want to achieve. And Luis, who was a couple minutes late coming in here because you saw him dragging in his own bags, and that's because he got here to San Antonio about 10 last night. He met with the Border Coalition, many of the folks I once represented in McAllen this morning. He participated in this forum. He will do another one with Pete tonight at Palo Alto, and then he will get on a plane to go visit with our friend in the Valley to be there tomorrow. That's the kind of commitment that he has shown to do whatever it takes to win over those who don't see the justice in this cause, and to keep all of us who do together working to achieve this critical objective. So he's only got a little less than an hour here. Instead of us speaking, I want you to be able to hear a few minutes from him and then raise your questions and comments so we can continue a discussion. If you don't get reached in this discussion, I know they'll be pleased to have you at Palo Alto tonight. Congressman, thank you for being our leader and our hero on this great issue. We appreciate it.
Gracias. Ay, mira, yo no sabía que yo iba a tener tantos buenos. So many friends. Aquí en San Antonio, tantos amigos. Pues mira, gracias. Primero, first, I want to say, Lloyd Doggett has been a consistent, loyal defender of the rights of immigrants at every step of the way. Like Lloyd Doggett, you know what he called me about? He said, hey, when we do comprehensive immigration reform, I want to work on it with you. And I want to see if we could do something special for the dreamers so they don't have to wait as long. Do you think that's possible? In the bill. I can't, but I can tell you that's possible, right? And that is certainly something that we should work towards achieving. And it is in the Senate bill, right? Or the House bill will not be the same. No, así que, but we need you now for that final push. That's not Lloyd Doggett, okay? He was with us when we were building the train. He helped put the tracks. He put the coal. He started with the fuel. And we're going to work together.